Welcome back to another episode of How Did They Grow? I created this podcast because I wanted you to learn how other coaches, freelancers, service providers, and course sellers are growing their business, landing 10 to 20 new clients every single month, paying them 50, 100, 200K months. See, if they've done it, you can too. And that's just the reality. And I want you to listen to these podcasts to understand what strategies are they using, what techniques are they exploring, because it's in these gems that you can apply it to your business and actually scale things up. When you're ready and you feel like you actually want to learn practical, proven methodologies, or even you want to hire a team that can build you a profitable personal brand, book in a chat with our team because we can guarantee you go viral and guarantee you get clients for your business.
Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. On today's episode of the show, we have Boris Manchev. Boris, just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how you got here, basically.
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Macedonia. I moved here like 11 years ago. I came with a tourist visa to do some fitness modeling and some competing. You know, I competed on the amateur show on Mr. Olympia, and that was kind of my journey. But what made the journey a little bit more difficult, I got connected from a friend with a friend here from Portland, and he invited me to move to Portland. And my visa was about to expire, and I didn't know much about the consequences when you overstay your visa. So I was kind of naive in that time. I was much younger than now, and probably more handsome. So, overstaying my visa put me in a lot of trouble with immigration, and it was a journey from there. For many years I was fighting to not stay homeless. I was basically building my business without social security number, without ID, without any identification that I could use in that time, to kind of show my my identity. So my story is a little different, but through the journey I learned that we all carry one kind of specific cross, and with difficulty. So that was kind of my cross that I carried through. And finally this summer, after I got my green card end of last year, and my social security number, finally after 11 years I was able to visit my family. So that was the hardest thing, to not see my family for 11 years, paid a huge price. But I'm proud to say that I built a pretty solid personal training business, without a car, without able to drive, without social security number, and basically not existing in the system. So that's kind of my short journey.
Yeah, man. We on your file it says you started your business on a bike. You only just got your license. Is it last year?
Yeah, last year. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
that's what how do I say, like, you must have felt in your mind, deep down in your heart, that you are built different. You are cut from a different cloth, because it's not a lot of people, right? It's not a lot of people who go through adversity like that, who come out, not even come out of the adversity, but come out after facing that and feel like, I could still do it. I could still chase what I want to chase and be who I want to be. So you must have known from a very young age that you are cut from a different cloth.
Yeah, man. I mean, you always have those doubts in yourself and stuff like that. It's kind of part of the journey. But from a very young age, I was always dreaming big. My first goal was to become a professional basketball player and one day play in NBA.
Oh.
But I injured my knee very young. Yeah, injured my knee very young, and that's kind of derailed me in a different direction. And that's where all that dedication that I had from basketball, I dedicated towards fitness, and I got obsessed by it, and learning, studying a applying and becoming the best coach I can be. So I can help many people. And day to day, I believe that that's the reason why I exist. That's the reason why God sent me on this earth, to help many people, and hopefully leave a mark that will last beyond my years.
Yeah, man. How do I say, one thing that really, really, I think from what I'm getting from you, one thing that really, really pushed you is finding that purpose, finding that reason to keep going. You want to help people change their lives. You want to help people take back control of their lives and be the best people who they can become, right?
Yeah,
And
100%.
it's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy to have a dream, which you said, which is, trying to make it into the NBA, trying to be a hooper, right? But to see your dreams being crushed off of an injury, something that's out of your control, and you having to change your dream. Let me just ask this question. Is there a particular reason why fitness was the next best thing?
So I had two goals. The first goal was to um, play in NBA, and the second goal that I was like intrigued by, it was to look like a world class fitness model, and I feel like I achieved
Wow.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I started very skinny. I was 130 pounds, 6'2".
Oh,
So in the first 5 years, I gained probably about I will say, because if you compare to even when I was 130, I was more I had more body fat than when I was like about 205 in my best shape. So I'll say I gained probably like 80 pounds of muscle in 5 years, and
wow.
um, that's where I started dedicating my life towards fitness. In that time, I started training some people. Worked with amazing coaches around Europe, got multiple licenses, and completed college for sports and medicine in Macedonia. And from there, it was just, I was very intrigued by the process, how you can help people, what it does for people, and um, everything that follows that transformation that people can achieve.
Yeah, man, I really resonate with that. I'm someone who actively, lifts. It might not look like that right now, but I'm someone who's been lifting for a couple years. I went on a bulk, but let's not divert the attention. Let's bring it back to you, right? What yeah, as a coach, this is general to all coaches, right? But particularly a fitness coach. How do you feel, right, when you help someone. You're not being in their shoes. You're not going to the gym for them, but you help someone, you push someone, you motivate someone to take back control, to say, no, I'm tired of looking like the way I don't want to look. I want to be this certain way for my family, for my wife, I want to change my life. How does that make you feel? And how does that have an impact on you?
It has a huge impact, man. And I feel like my my mission is to change the mentality behind that, because so many people think that it's so hard to be in shape. They believe that they have to be
Yeah.
like very restrictive with their diet, that they have to train multiple hours a day, that they have to do all this cardio, and that have to have this crazy character, to get in shape. Yeah, maybe like 15, 20 years ago, because it was not available so many foods and so many people were just kind of following what bodybuilders doing and stuff like that. But it's much more simpler way than that. And that's why I feel like it's been a huge game changer for myself and my clients, because we were able like to simplify that process, and really create something that's sustainable and achievable for anybody. Doesn't matter if they tried 10 times before working with us and they failed, or they're just like having this crazy motivation all the time and they want to go to the gym every day and they're motivated to do it. Doesn't matter where they are on that motivation level, because what's motivation? It's just filling, something
Yeah.
unreal. uh, and doesn't matter when you simplify the process, when you show the client that they can achieve their best physique without actually too much effort, it becomes a lot more approachable. And I feel like that's the reason why so many people are not willing to start the journey, because they're so convinced that it's going to be so hard, but that's far away from the truth.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it's true what you said. It's true what you said. There's a lot of limiting beliefs, especially when it comes to something like this, because it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle change. You have to, if they say nothing changes if nothing changes. So that you have to be ready to accept that you're going to make changes. It doesn't have to be crazy changes, but you're going to make changes, and those changes are going to lead to what you want to see when you look in the mirror.
Yeah, I agree,
right?
And 100%, man. But the most important thing is to realize that you have two ways to get this done. You can do it with the chicken, rice, and broccoli. And you can train every day. And you can do all this cardio, and you can achieve the results that you want. You might feel burned out, fatigued, tired, and you might not achieve optimal results. From the other side, you can do a flexible diet. You can include your favorite foods. You can include some refeed days strategically. You can train 3 times a week, maybe 2 to 3 times a week, and focus on very efficient, effective workouts. And you can focus on daily movement instead of focusing on hours of cardio. You can still achieve the same results. You might even achieve better results, and this is what's going to be sustainable for you to do it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing, sustainability. It's one thing to have a plan. It's one thing to be able to follow that plan as well.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, man. So, yeah, man. So I think we've talked enough about fitness, and I'm a fitness enthusiast myself, but let's not get too much off topic, right? Because this is a social media podcast. We want to explore how social media has helped change you. So you said you started your business 11 years ago, or is it 11 years ago you came to America?
11 years ago, I came to America, and I was doing personal training even in Macedonia. And when I moved here, I continued doing that. So I started 1% Better Daily in 2019. That was before that. I was just working under the table because I had to survive.
You said you started what?
I started 1% Better Daily. 1% Better Daily, my current business.
Okay. 1% Better Daily. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. My current business, my company, my baby.
Yeah.
In 2019.
Yeah.
In 2019. And before that, I was just doing personal training, but I wasn't having a legal business or anything like that.
So 2019 is officially when you embraced the brand, when you embraced social media, right?
Yeah, started. I was using social media before that. I kind of missed that first wave because I was too busy surviving in that time, But after that, social media is super important, man. That's kind of where everything goes, and the most important thing to build a great business is going to be to optimize those platforms and social media in particular, because that's the only way to build a huge brand today.
Yeah, definitely. It's like if you don't use it, you're losing, right? You have to use it just to even stay in competition. You have to be on social media consistently posting.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, man. So let's say over the last year, 2024, are there anything you learned from your posting? How often would you say you posted? That's the first thing. And is there anything you learned from you posting on social media, whether it's long form, short form? Is there anything you learned and you're willing to take into 2025 and implement to improve your business and improve general lead flow and everything?
Yeah.
I hope you're enjoying this podcast. I hope you're taking notes. I hope you're learning so much practical wisdom, because that's what I really wanted from this podcast. Now, I just want to quickly say, if you're looking for a team that can actually help you explode and go viral with your personal brand with proven methodologies, I say this because I've been doing this for the past 5 years. We've got a team of 30 people who are ready to go ahead and explode your brand so you can get clients begging to work with you. Have a chat with one of our advisors. You can book in a chat using one of the links around this video, because that chat might just change your life.
One thing that always stood out for social media. That's the only thing I'm struggling to be consistent with. I've been consistent for the last 2 months, so I'm proud of myself for that. Um, but social media, it's been a huge burnout, because it's a lot of effort.
Mm,
Sometimes you don't get any kind of feedback from it, And from
mm,
2017, I've been in Facebook jail, so that's been an issue for me. Because in that time I was trying to run some ads, and Facebook didn't like um, some of the things that I was offering. I was just following a very famous company. You probably heard of that, and most of the people, Gym Lunch, whatever they were teaching, I was following that, but I got in Facebook
solid.
jail. Yeah. So, and then from there, it's just been hard to promote anything and grow my social media and stuff like that. But it's super important to consistently post, because social media, it's kind of like a business card, where people go, if
Mm,
they want to check my name and they want to see what I represent, they can go on my Instagram profile and they can see some of these posts. And if they really like what they see there, they might go and visit my website, and from my website book a call and maybe become a client. So one thing that's I started implementing in 2025, it's very starting to be very consistent with posting, and starting to not overthink the process so much. It was so hard for me to not overthink, because we offer such a comprehensive service, um,
mm.
a personalized service. So it was so hard for me to kind of narrow down on what I want to post. But I feel like this year I started to figure out that I can just post about the results, about how we help clients, and uh, what kind of systems we use, and what's important to achieve optimal results and stuff like that. And I've been doing that, and I'm implementing some strategies on LinkedIn. I want to grow my LinkedIn as well. So yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on social media posting and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, I fully resonate with you, man. What I will say, like, what I've learned from my time in social media and working around this industry is that one of my coaches, one of my other coaches, he used to say, social media, posting on social media is like, the little spin the wheel thing where you spin for a prize, right? Let's say there's like 10 columns in the wheel, and only one is the good one. Only one is where you win, basically. Maybe that's going viral or getting tons of leads.
Yeah,
But the thing about this wheel is that you have the chance to spin as many times as you want, meaning you can post as many times as you want. So if you want to maximize your chances of going viral or getting more leads, you have to maximize your posting. Would you agree with that? If you understand the analogy.
I agree, man. But I feel like building the right audience, it's more important
Mm,
than just posting
going viral.
crazy, man, and going viral. Because yeah, you can go
Mm,
viral and for the wrong reasons, but doesn't mean that it's going to bring
yeah.
you profit in business. But even like, let's say
Mm,
you you build a system that you bring 100 new followers on every 2-3 months. Even if those followers are very interested in your content, that's a lot of people that you can now turn into clients. So
exactly.
I feel like a lot of times what's very um, misunderstood on social media is that everybody, uh, even me, I was thinking that I just need to have like so many followers, to have successful business. But even with like hundreds, like 100 new followers, they're like very interested in your content. You can turn that into a lot of like great clients if they're the right people.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And that's where, what's it called? Marketing and targeting comes in, because when you target the right people, and, people who are experts in the algorithm like us, this is what we do, because we understand that, how do I say, pushing the content to the right people. It's like a funnel, you just funnels the people right to you, so you have an crazy amount of leads. You're basically picking who you want to work with, and that's the way we look at it over here. So, like, let me sorry, let me ask you another thing. What about how do you get your leads? What would you say is something that you're changing your perspective about in 2025 in terms of client in terms of getting leads? Are you getting leads more off of referrals? Are you getting leads more off of ads? For the benefit of the audience, because we have, as I said, we have a community listening of coaches and consultants,
Yeah.
whether they were, whether, yeah. So what can you say to them about getting leads, whether ads, marketing, posting more content, or referrals? How do you get your leads?
I mean, referrals always going to be one way, but that's not consistent. You need to have a
Mm.
ton of clients all the time, uh, to get consistent flow of new clients just from referrals. It's not sustainable. It's not the best way to go. For me, it's been working really well. I mean, it was working then, kind of like any big company when they start growing. I feel like they reduce the way how they serve clients and kind of focus more on profit um, instead of really to benefit the client. And that was Thumbtack for me. Thumbtack in 2022 was amazing. I was signing about 8 to 10 new clients every month just from Thumbtack. And Thumbtack is a platform that connects professionals with clients. And in 2024 and 2025, it's been pretty bad. The leads are very expensive, and
Mm.
they send you a lot of like fake people. And
Uh,
yeah, I realized that they will send you like one real person, or maybe two on like every 10 to 20, and the other 10 to 20 is going to be like fake people. And
yeah,
that way they make ton of profit from everyone because it's $50-$60 per lead. But
per lead. Wow.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. Um,
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
pretty crazy, but depends. Like if you're a high ticket coach and you provide a very personalized and kind of more uh, expensive programs, then you will still be profitable with this type of platform. And I've been very profitable with Thumbtack for a long time. Other thing is kind of optimizing my website, getting Google, getting people from Google, and and then social media will be the last thing for me at the moment, which I want to improve big time on it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think, they say Alex Hormozy, I think, is the one who said this. He said, I'm kind of paraphrasing here. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but he said, the one way to not get poor is to never run out of leads. If you always have leads, you're never going to be poor. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree 100%, because you can be the best salesman in the world, but if you don't have no one to sell to, doesn't matter.
Exactly. Exactly. That's true.
Yeah.
How, let me see. You said, it really, you changing people's lives, that really changing people's lives, that really impacts you. Social media is a place where there are a lot of people and everybody has their own opinion. Maybe how would you say you've dealt with people who maybe have come to you for a service, because I think your services, maybe that you have, high ticket, low ticket, and all that. People have come to you for a service. They didn't get what they wanted, or maybe they wanted you to, I don't know, hold their hand throughout the way, and they didn't get that. And there was some sort of backlash. For the sake of the audience, again, how would you say you have dealt with this?
Can you elaborate a little bit on that, so I understand more what to share in
Sure,
regards
man.
to this
Sure, man.
question? Yeah.
Sure, man. What I mean is, like, with social media, like,
Mhm.
there are a lot of people in general. There are some lazy people who just get your product. They don't know what to expect, or they think, as I said, they think you're going to hold their hand the entire way. And when they come in and they don't get that because they're lazy, it's not like your product doesn't work. Obviously, you have tons of testimonies. You have tons of people in the community saying how your stuff works, but they just don't get their idealized thing. And they come on social media and they say, oh, this guy he's a quote unquote scam. I'm just giving a hypothetical scenario, for the sake of our audience. How would you go about handling this? Like, how have you gone about handling this?
Yeah.
Is that clear
So
now?
yeah, for sure. So for me, the first thing, I offer 30 days money back guarantee on any
Okay.
product. I just don't offer money back guarantee on personal training sessions because that's my time or my team's time. But I offer anything else is 30 days money back guarantee. And in the last 6 years, we had only few people that asked for a refund. It happened a few times, and that was the only time that every time it happens is they were not willing to communicate on the
Mm,
beginning. I never had somebody that was a month with us and was communicating, and then after a month was like, or close to a month, they're like, oh, I want my money back. Usually happens in the first 3 to 5 days. It's always
mm,
that the case happens in the first 3 to 5 days. And if that's the case, I try to get on a call with them just to hear them out, just to see what's the reason, because a lot of times it's just they're overwhelmed or they're not willing to share their challenges. And I'm just trying to like hear them out. Um,
mm.
Usually it's just people that are are not committed on improving themselves.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I don't feel bad about that because no one can help those people. If and
Man.
and I hold myself on a very high standard because I take responsibility. If any of my clients don't get the results, I blame myself, not them. Because if I
Mm,
provided the best service to them, if I provided the easy solutions, and I kind of provided solutions to all their challenges, then they will get the results. But here I can't help it if somebody is not willing to communicate. That's that's the that's the only thing. If you're not willing to get on a call with me and just chat, then um, it's not the best time for you to make these changes, and that's sad because you probably never going to achieve those results because of these actions.
yeah, man, that's true. That's true, and I think that's a brilliant way to just tackle these kind of people in general. You put that money back guarantee. There's no need to just put it there.
Yeah.
You can deliver. Only a fringe little percentage of people are gonna come and say and do that. So you just deal with them, and you don't have to worry about them anymore. I think that's a brilliant way to handle it.
Yeah.
So we've spoken about leads, we've spoken about social media, we've spoken about posting. So now let me ask you, in 2025, right? Are there any new social media platforms that you're looking to get into? Or a better way to ask maybe is, in 2024, what are the social media platforms you prioritized?
LinkedIn and Instagram, and reposting.
Mm,
Kind of my Instagram and Facebook are connected, so whatever I post on Instagram kind of posts on Facebook. Facebook doesn't look like a platform anymore that can bring too many leads, in my opinion. Instagram is more, I feel like, something that can be built on, and LinkedIn is the top one that a lot of people overlook.
yeah, man. That's really true. I think Facebook is still good. I think Facebook is still good. I think it all comes down to positioning and
Yeah,
sometimes maybe marketing as well. All right. But what about TikTok? You ever think of hopping on TikTok?
yeah, but did you not hear what happened with TikTok?
Oh yeah, that's true. But I think Trump brought it back, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
it's back. I think on the same day. I think Trump brought it back. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah. So
TikTok
would
is
you?
great. It's just for me, because I don't have a marketing team right now. Um,
Mm,
I don't think it's the top priority for me to just focus on each platform and post as much as I can. I mean, that's important, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of like the level of importance, at the moment. I don't feel like that's the most important thing that I can do with my time at the moment. And
yeah.
uh, as soon as we grow, I'm definitely looking for ways how to expand that and kind of put the right people uh, in on the right platforms. So in the meantime, I'm still
Yeah.
searching for ways to improve marketing, find the right maybe agency to work with. I
Mhm.
offer a few agencies already, kind of performance-based marketing, but nobody doesn't want to take me on that because I don't know. I feel like people are not as confident as they say, and I spent a lot of money on marketing, um, and I got kind of, I don't want to use the word. what I can say. Let me see. I don't want to use a cuss word. Can I use a cuss word?
I mean, I don't. Let's
Okay.
just. What are
So
you trying to say? What are you trying to say? You got like flipped over?
yeah. So many companies kind of not delivered what they promised. Let let
Mm.
let's just put it that way.
Let's keep it like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
let's kind of get into that. What is it that what are you doing for marketing, and what is it that these companies promised and they failed to deliver? And if you can do an extra step and like, why do you think they failed to deliver?
yeah.
That would be
So
great.
um, I mean, it wasn't a total failure from everybody. Like first it was gym lunch that I tried, and a lot of people succeeded with that. But it wasn't. None of these things is personalized. That's what I don't like about most
Mm,
marketing agencies. It's kind of, if you're a fitness coach, they just treat you as a fitness coach, and they feel like they have the solution for you. But my programs are not your typical programs, and my program is not your typical program. So we offer comprehensive blood work. I have a hormone expert on my team. I have a gut health specialist. So
mm,
we're very like comprehensive. We offer very comprehensive service. I have also athletic trainer that I can refer to on to help with injuries uh, and all that. So with gym lunch, the problem was my English wasn't that great. In 2017, that was when I got in Facebook jail. So they convinced me to start because I was so ambitious and I wanted to kind of make something happen. But when you're not speaking well English, when you don't know nothing about sales, and when you're not good on computers, and it was so much work on the computer to set up, to launch ads, and to run it on your own,
yeah. Mm.
it was pain, bro. Like I feel like I was
Yeah, I can get it.
in that time, and I think I closed I got few signups from that, but that was so painful, like to go through all that filming videos and all that stuff. That was kind of the beginning. So I feel like where I was, there was not the time for me to do that in that time. If that
Mm,
was
mm,
now,
mm,
it's
mm.
different. But in that time, barely speaking English, kind of figuring out a lot of things, it wasn't the best thing because it was survival. It was costing about
Yeah.
$25 a month, and if you're not making money, you you get drained pretty fast. The other thing that I tried, it was on DM messaging on Instagram. And the first concern that I had there with this company, I told them that I cannot run it from my regular profile, and if I run it from a secondary profile, that's gonna not look that legit, you know, because you don't have followers, you don't have comments, you don't have none of that stuff. So when people go on your profile,
Yeah.
it looks fake. It looks like it's not.
It looks like a bot.
Yeah, it looks like a bot. It doesn't look real. So with that, I was able to make profit. I invested in this company about $6,000, but I signed a
Hmm.
client that his lifetime value was about $17,000. So I
Mm,
signed two clients there, and I made profit, but I didn't like that approach. It was so much like messaging people back and trying to figure out how to like schedule a call with them, and a lot of them were not serious. So I didn't like that. That was not something that I really enjoyed. Third thing I tried, it was on LinkedIn, sending um, basically emails, not emails, but like inbox messages to people, about 500 a day. And that was like, I felt like I was annoying people with that. We sent about 30,000 emails. I signed two clients from that. Didn't like that at all.
mm,
Yeah,
mm.
that was another painful experience. And the last thing that I did, it was an agency that I was pretty excited about to work with from London, and they looked very legit. I was thinking, I saw on their funnel, they worked with this, with that, and I was like kind of naive. Probably I was pretty naive to kind of believe that that was true, or they just put it over there, But when they
Mm,
start working with them, they promise that they will edit my videos, create my funnel, do everything for me, and then launch ads. They connected me with a very very cheap labor in countries that are like 12 hours
mm.
insurance with me. And
Okay.
the materials that they sent me looked so amateur, so bad, that I was like, no way I'm gonna spend $2,000-3,000 launching these odds looking that bad, because when you launch odds, if you're not looking professional, if you're not looking
Yeah.
attractive, you know, uh, it's not gonna go anywhere. Doesn't matter what
Mm,
is the marketing company. So that was something that they didn't deliver at all, and it was just very terrible experience. And
mm,
that's about it from like things that I tried and why I believe it didn't work out. So
mm.
yeah,
Man, I would say, like, honestly, I respect you a lot because, like, you've been burned a lot by companies like this, but
yeah,
you're still open to finding that solution, to finding that one. You know what they say about don't let some dumb ex-girlfriend stop you from fighting your wife. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I think that's really brave of you for
yeah.
still like being open. So let me just hit the nail on the head here. Like, what are you doing right now? Like, since you've moved on from these companies, do you have a team in house?
I'm trying to build a team in house because that's the only thing I'm
Mm-hmm.
missing. Our delivery
Mm,
is incredible. I feel like we offer the best service on the market right now. We offer something that not many other companies are doing at the moment, and we deliver results like no one else. The only thing we're missing right now, and the sales process is incredible. The commitment from there is incredible. All that, no problem. The only thing I'm missing to scale this um, to the sky and beyond, it's good marketing
yeah,
team. If I'm able to
yeah, man.
have a great marketing team around me, I'm very confident that this company
Yeah.
uh, can be one of the biggest companies in the fitness industry, if not the best one.
Yeah, man, I was just about to say that. All that you're missing is getting your face out there, getting your face in front of the right people. I
Yeah,
mean, you sound so confident in your method, and what you said about is something I've never heard before. You spoke about having a hormone expert on your team in athletics.
yeah,
I've never heard of that. I'll be honest. So I think
yeah,
that's is something that can set you apart from the rest, right?
yeah, yeah, 100%, man.
Yes.
The reason why we do all that is because my goal was always to focus on what's the best for the client, not what's the best for the business,
Mm.
not what's the best for the growth, not what's the best for scaling, what's the best for the client. And when I reverse
Yeah,
engineered all
man.
that, I
Yeah.
just went step by step how we can support the client, uh, and put every single person, doesn't matter where they are, like I said, on motivation level or whatever,
Mm,
or commitment, how we can put them in the best place to succeed every single time when they join the program. And that's how I start putting
mm,
these things together. I mean, that's how God started putting these things together for me
yeah.
in my life, and introducing me to the right people, and building this incredible team around me.
Yeah, man. I really love what you said about, reverse engineering the process, making sure that you deliver first and the rest will fall after. I think that's a really great approach to it. And I think a lot of businesses, a lot of the audience watching can benefit a lot from that approach. Focus on delivery. Once you focus on delivery, it'll speak for itself. The referrals will roll in, everything will roll in. I feel like that's a really great way to look at it, man.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, man, 100%.
Yeah, man. So we're coming to the end of it. We'll just round up with a couple questions, and man, I'm really enjoyed this conversation, man. You're a solid guy, and it's always good to speak to a fellow gym bro.
Yeah, same here, brother. I really enjoyed this. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. So let's round up with this. If you can say one thing is is the goal for 2025? Like, maybe I want you to say it in like maybe one word, then what is the goal? And then just expand on it. And then we can, I don't know if you understand my question. Just what is the goal for 2025? Is it to put your face out there? Is it to get more leads? Is it to fix up the team? What is it, the goal for 2025?
Yeah, I don't need to fix right now at the moment nothing internally. I just need more exposure. I just need the world to start
Reach.
knowing about 1% better
Yeah,
daily. If that
1%
happens,
better there.
we're flying.
To the moon.
Yeah.
We're going to the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Because we're now a rocket ship that's like really like constrained and it's like ready to
Yeah.
like
We just need that turbo, man.
explode any moment, bro.
Yeah, man. I really believe in the cause. I really believe in the cause because to have a founder that's as driven as you, and it always as you said, you're a believing man. You're a religious guy. It always pays back once you focus on delivering. You're not focusing on the money. Money is good, no doubt. We have to put food on the table, but
Yeah.
once you focus on delivering your promises to the client, fulfillment is the technical term. Once you focus on fulfillment, everything just, as I said, reverse engineers. It's a domino effect. It improves your business in general, right?
100%, man. That's the most
Yeah,
important.
man. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man. So, yeah. Let me end with this question. What is one thing we ask this all the time? So, what is one thing you wished I had asked you on this podcast?
That's a really good question, but I don't know. I feel like we covered pretty well a lot of things.
How about we do? How about we do something casual? Maybe what's your one rep max for bench press?
I actually don't do bench press at the moment.
For real?
Yeah. No,
Mm.
I
Are
tore
you
my
ca-
pec 2 years ago. I was just
Oh,
partial tear, but I was never a big fan of bench press. I'm not a huge fan
mm,
of deadlifts, bench press, or squats. I think they're great
mm.
exercises, but they're not the most effective exercises
Effective. Yeah.
hypertrophy, and also they're very difficult to teach, and they're very
Mm,
injury. So I would rather, like implement it only in certain cases, but
mm,
I actually been avoiding this,
mm.
like bench press with clients too, because it's so much injury prone. Um,
Yeah.
and instead of
Yeah, man.
deadlift, I feel like RDL is more effective than that. And squats, you can do so many more effective exercises for muscle growth if that's your goal. Squat in general is a great exercise, but like I say, it's hard to teach and it's not the most effective exercise if your goal is to grow. If your goal is just to become good on squats and overall strong, then keep squatting. Do it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. The bench press for me, it's like I wouldn't frame it as an ego thing, but it's just something to know that, oh yeah, I can bench this amount. It's
Yeah.
not the most it's not the best for hypertrophy, as you said, but it's just a good thing to know.
Yeah. I have done in the past when I was in my 20s, I was training like it's no tomorrow and I was pushing crazy weights. I have done like
Man,
220 on school crushers. I have done 190
school
kilos
crusher.
on bench.
Whoa,
Yeah. Yeah.
whoa, that's crazy, man. 190
I have
kilos
done,
is
yeah, I
is
have done
crazy.
70 pounds on shoulder flies with dumbbells with proper form. I was really
What?
strong, man, but
Man,
that caused a lot of like
that's
inflammation in
insane.
my body, a lot of
Yeah,
resistance from that,
definitely.
and I
And the,
learned how
yeah.
to not train.
And the higher you get, the more the ego lifting kicks in.
Yeah, especially when you're in your 20s and strong and so
Yeah,
strong. Yeah,
yeah,
you
man.
you feel invisible.
Yeah, man, that's true. That's definitely true. I think this was a great one, man. Where can people find you to learn more about your work?
Yeah, man. So, best thing to kind of make more research if they're interested to work with us can be to go on our website, 1%betterdaily.com, or they can go on my Instagram, Coach Boris Manchev. My LinkedIn is Boris Manchev. My Facebook is Boris Manchev. All of those platforms are great.
Okay. For the sake of the guys who are listening on audio only, Boris Manchev is Boris
Yes.
Manchev. If
Yeah,
there's a
Boris.
if there's a
Like, yeah,
yeah,
Boris, like
if
the
there are a
bad guys.
number of one
Yeah.
yeah, if there are a number of Boris Manchevs you see there, just pick the jacked one, man. That's our guy. The one who's the most jacked is our guy.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
All right, man. It's been really great having you, man.
It's been a pleasure, brother.
So,
Thank you for the
yeah,
invite.
man.
And
Yeah, man.
wishing you guys ton of success with all this, and maybe we'll work out together in the future. Yeah.
I really hope you enjoyed this podcast. I want you to go away and execute everything there is that you've learned. Now, one thing I will say is if you're in a position where you're ready to actually take things to another level, you want structured, clear guidance, you want a team that can actually help accelerate you, book in a chat with our advisors. Why? We can blow up your personal brand to attract clients begging to work with you. All you got to do is book in a chat with our advisors and we can help make it happen. Sound fair enough?